Okay, well, Mark, if clothes make the man, does a uniform make a goalie?
Well, Mark Meter found out that very question, and you're going to find out now. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to strap on the goalie pads and try to stop a puck that's whistling at your head? Well, our Mark Meter doesn't have to wonder anymore.
Last Saturday night during the UAH Army hockey game, Charger goalie Derek Pupa was put in a desperate predicament. Because of the penalty situation, Army was in a 5-on-3 power play. The short-handed Charger goalie stood up to the test and fended off numerous shots on his goal. I was so inspired by his performance, I wanted to try it myself. Coach Doug Ross obliged my request, and goalie Brian Tofey helped me suit up in the massive gear that a goalie must don.
I know once I fall down, I'm not going to be able to get up.
I'm just going to grab my pants.
That's going to be the most embarrassing part. Now, how hard is it to duck?
You can get down pretty quick.
Yeah. Oh, this is crazy. Is my hair messed up? I'm in serious trouble. I'm in real trouble. Do I look mean?
Now that I'm all dressed up and I look like a goalie,
Wait, I have to go to the bathroom.
Too late now.
it's time to get some advice from Pupa and Tofey.
I don't skate very well. Is that going to be a problem?
No, not at all.
The guys that really play this position.
Try and keep your glove over. If you get a shot in the back of the hand, you might break your hand.
Ooh.
Wouldn't want to do that.
So don't keep my glove. Don't.
Yeah,
no,
turn it over.
Always have it out.
Yeah.
Why do you scuff up the ice?
Just to
Slow the pucks down.
usually there's water sitting in the crease, so usually do that.
I blocked one.
Get rid of all the water in the crease and everything.
Tomorrow night, Coach Ross sends me in to guard the net. Ow! At the VBCC, Mark Meter, Tennessee Valley News Channel Sports.
So, set those VCRs for tomorrow night's exciting conclusion. Tom and Mark?
Meter in the NHL? Not.
I don't think so.
That was hilarious. I can't wait for tomorrow's episode. Thanks, Mark.
All right.
And Mark, how did our favorite goalie do?
He needs to stick to what he's doing now, I think. Move over Walter Mitty. Our own Mark Meter recently had the chance to live out a sports fantasy, joining the UAH hockey team as a goalie for a day.
Now that I'm fully outfitted in the 30 or so pounds of protective gear that a goalie must wear, I make my way to the ice and discover the other players already have a nickname for me.
Down here, target! Target? Who you calling target?
As I test the ice in my goalie persona, I notice the other players have a certain look in their eyes as they approach me.
A lot of them are drooling. They're looking at me and they're kind of drooling.
Coach Ross gives me one tap for luck. Ow! And goalie Brian Tofey passes on some desperately needed last-minute instruction.
You stick in front of you. Try and stay up on your feet as much as possible. And try and make sure you're in the center of the net.
As I position myself between the pipes, assistant coach Howie McEachern lets me in on a traditional goalie ritual.
A little like this.
What you do is hit it with that side, hit it there. Just cross. There you go. That way you know where you are.
I know where I am.
And then the pucks fly. I stop the first two, but watch the third one as it whizzes just past my head and hits the pipe. One thing I discover is just how tiring the goalie's job is.
Can I lay down for a while?
Sure, you want to take a break?
But it's a good kind of tired, satisfied that I stayed in there as the Chargers fired pucks at me.
It came out. It doesn't count.
Enough is enough, though.
Tired?
As I head for the showers, I utter the sentiments of all goalies.
My feet hurt.
At the VBCC, Mark Meter, Tennessee Valley News Channel Sports.
Mark says he's going to stick to covering hockey instead of playing it from now on. Tom and Holly?
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Okay.
Well, Mark Meter is sitting in for Mark Thornhill tonight. I think everybody in North Alabama was pulling for Austin. That was their only team left from North Alabama.
That's it right now, yeah. The Black Bears doing pretty well in the snow, though, I guess.
Good, yeah.
Well, when the Boys State High School basketball tournament began on Wednesday, there were over a dozen North Alabama teams competing. Tonight, only the Austin Black Bears remained. They took on McGill-Tulane for a chance to play in tomorrow's 6A finals. Barry Hyatt was in Auburn and has this game summary.
Channel Sports.
Now, Barry Hyatt remains...
The Cowboy players plan on going home with a ring, but they also have other ideas too.
You see them on every street corner and hotel lobby in Atlanta. T-shirts, caps, mugs, even shot glasses commemorating Super Bowl 28. And with tickets for the big game being scalped at over $1,000 a piece, you'd think most of these fans wouldn't have any money left to pick up a souvenir. But according to salesman Mark Taylor,
they're coming in and they're not spending $10, $20, $30. They're spending hundreds and thousands because they're going back to people at work and their family and hometowns, and they need 20, 30 shirts, and they're picking them up by the gross.
And the fans aren't the only ones looking for mementos.
I'll wait till the sales go on. You know, that's when I'll hit it. I'm going to buy a few sweaters and hats and things for family.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, last year I kind of waited about half an hour too late, and all the stuff was gone.
For posterity, Dale Hellestray was capturing the week on videotape.
It's for a souvenir and, something you can look back on 10, 15 years from now. And, right now it's kind of a pain in the neck, but later on you'll enjoy it.
And while the fans are picking out T-shirts and mugs, the Buffalo Bills are interested in only one memento from Super Bowl 28, and it can't be purchased at any souvenir stand.
I think all the players really want is that big ring. We got a lot of little rings, and we want the big ring.
Of course, if the Dallas Cowboys have anything to say about it, the Buffalo Bills will be going home with just another T-shirt. For the Super Bowl edition of The Michael Irvin Show, I'm Mark Meter in Atlanta.
This week, the Buffalo Bills have been loose. Is that good or is that bad?
New York Giants 20, Buffalo Bills 19. Washington Redskins 37, Buffalo 24. The Dallas Cowboys 52, the Bills 17.
And now the Buffalo Bills are in Atlanta for an NFL record 4th straight Super Bowl. But before they can taste the sweetness of this unprecedented achievement, the Bills know they must first put the icing on the cake.
Since 1990, the Buffalo Bills have won more games than any other team in football. But the focus remains on the one game they haven't won.
Probably for us to be considered a great one, we're going to have to win the Super Bowl, at least by the outside observers, and I think that's fair.
We can't feel like we're losers because we lost 3 Super Bowls, but it takes a lot to get to 3. It takes a lot to get to 4 in a row. Nobody's ever done it.
True, but no team has ever lost 4 consecutive Super Bowls either, and that fact was the topic of conversation all week.
It's pressure on us because we want to prove it to ourselves before we prove it to anybody else.
I think we have to prove to ourselves that, hey, we've made this step so many times. Now let's take that last step,
The Bills' motto this week has been, "We're back. Deal with it, America." But after 3 emotional losses, it will be the Bills who have to deal with the pressure of winning. Do they really have nothing to lose or everything to prove?
We made a goal in 1990 to win a World Championship, and we ain't going to be satisfied until we do it.